got the rest of the garlic scapes that we left on there because they were too small. I may have waited a little too long for some of these. They're quite big. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this 20 feet of baby chard, which is getting awfully big. And then I think I'm gonna grab this whole bed of lofty salad mix, whatever I can get from the 40 feet. I really need the spinach for next week, but it's getting so big. I think I'm just gonna wait and do salad mix with these this week. I got the baby chard, 3 tubs full. I'm gonna grab a few green onions for Din Din, that little bunch there, and this little bunch here. Okay folks, so I started working in this lofty salad mix, a little spotted romaine mix, and it is infested with cutworms, little caterpillars. And so I'm not gonna bother with it. Yeah, I think to myself, I had 2 summers that were super rainy. I was stomping around in mud and I thought this is like the worst thing possible, but I made it through. Last year I had the crane fly larva that I'd never seen before eating my lettuce, but I planted more lettuce in the greenhouse and I made it through. I swear to God, I'm just like feeling so freaking done with this. Okay, so I came back to this side of the garden. This is my lofty salad mix. This would be my 3rd cut. And I'm not finding the cutworms in this patch, so I'm going for it. All cut. Just 1 tub, but that's better than nothing. I think I might go ahead and pull these green onions out, yank everything out, and maybe seed some baby spinach or something. The no-see-ums have been pretty thick out here, but I can't wear my bug screen because I've been needing to look for critters in the lettuce. So I grabbed one of Tyler's bug shirts, and I don't know, it kind of helps. Okay, I've got 22 in there, and they're pretty big, so there might be more bunches than that. Oakley dokley, I got out the Jang right after I ripped all the lettuce out of this bed and the bed over there and started sprinkling before I got out here with the cedar. But I did 5 rows, 1/2-inch spacing using the F24 roller. And same thing here, 20 feet here and 40 feet over there. Yeah, so spinach. I've got a lot of spinach seed. It's something I can get as baby leaf in 30 days if all goes well. Couple of days, either cloudy or a little bit of rain. So it should be perfect for germination. 1 more green onion for me. I've been looking at this page a couple years, looking through the different direct sales software platforms that are really for, you know, gardeners and farmers. And Food for All. The only thing I didn't really like about this one was that they do a 95-cent minimum charge. So if somebody wanted just a bunch of carrots, then that tacks on like $1. But the other alternative was the Open Food Network, which didn't seem to have like an easy way to do credit cards. And it seemed like it might be a little bit more complicated, but it's kind of, you know, free. So I may look at that at some point, but this was also easy, Food for All, to just set up right away. Okay, I think this is all I'm going to harvest for salad mix this week. So it's going to be heavy on the baby chard and then a little bit of the baby romaine mix, about 18 pounds. I need 3 pounds for the restaurant, which leaves me 15 pounds, which is about 38-ounce bags. I usually fill them up with just a little bit more. So Losing a whole bed of lettuce makes me nervous because next week is Bear Fest and I need to get 20 pounds of salad mix to them, plus hopefully my customers. This is that bed of spinach that I would be harvesting for next week to go in the salad mix for Bear Fest. It's bolting to seed, so I'm just gonna have to harvest it and pull it out. I'd like to harvest it now, but I don't have enough room in the fridge with everything I'm selling this Friday. So I think then maybe I'll just go and get it on Saturday. And yeah. This is the lettuce that I'm hoping is ready next week. It's still looking awfully small to me. But I guess it gets harvested one way or the other. And that's why I don't really want to harvest this salanova lettuce this week to add to the mix, because I may have to rely on this and cut this. This is all second growth. The basil is looking really nice. Just seeing damage on one plant here. And you can see when you see like the poop and stuff like that, that it's probably some sort of caterpillar, and I found the caterpillar right there. He's not a spotted cutworm, he's a different sort of caterpillar. So I gotta get him out of here. I usually like to offer some 3-ounce bags as well as the bunches, but I'm just afraid of this first harvest of the season that I don't want to pick the plants too hard. So I'm just a little bit nervous. So I think I'm just going to offer bunches. I'm just counting about, maybe 3 of these centers would make about 1 ounce for a bunch. So I just say 1, 2, 3, kind of like that as I'm counting along to see how many bunches I can get out of here. Yeah, so I have to guess at like the greens because I pick them the day of because I don't have enough refrigeration space to store them. I would love to get that walk-in cooler done. Okay, so I've got my little list of things. I've decided not to sell any 3-ounce bags this week. And so I updated quantities. I put bag of basil on not active, and then I changed all the quantities in here for each item. So I think we're set. I think my old coat is old and dead. He's pretty much just old and dead. Poor old and dead coat. My online ordering store is open, and with this platform, they don't have like a email automatic system, so they just give you a link to put in wherever you get your message out. So I decided to stay with just doing the texting that I've been doing, and I can change that if I want to next year. It doesn't take very long. I can't do a mass text because some people have Android, some people have iPhone, and it doesn't, if I put them all together in a group, some people just don't get the message. So I just copy and paste it and send it to everybody. And so yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I think the plan is to put agribon row cover over both of these 2 beds of lettuce. In the past, I haven't had much of a problem with caterpillars. Ooh, bugs. I might have to get my bug hat on. Not much of a problem with caterpillars in my lettuce, but maybe that's because they always just made a beeline for the kale, which is now under cover. So it couldn't hurt to have some cover over these guys if they haven't already gotten hit by the moths, laying their little eggs that turn into the caterpillars. But the other thing is, if it's just a little bit warmer, this lettuce it grows so much faster, and it's been more like in the low 60s instead of the 70s. So I think that with the agribon, which is a little bit heavier than this insect netting, it might help these guys grow a little bit faster. I've just got 1 more week. 1 caterpillar in the lettuce. Hopefully this is an isolated incident. Wire hoops. Row cover on. So they got their blankies and a rock at either end to pin it down, and my dumb clips, which wouldn't hold this together in any sort of wind, but we're not expecting any wind, so yep. So you might be thinking to yourself, bug stacking. There's nothing wrong with those caterpillars. Just wash them off, right? It's not really the caterpillars that are the problem, is that they chew everything up and they poop all over everything. I'm here in the cucumber greenhouse. Some of these guys are so big, they need to be strung up a long time ago. Okay, so I've got this bed all strung up. I've got enough there that I can lower it down if they ever get tall enough. And keep growing. I didn't get this bed done. These guys aren't quite as tall. Hey folks, I'm bubbling lettuce mix. It actually looks pretty nice with a little bit of lettuce mix and some baby chard. I mean, yeah, right? It doesn't look too heavy on the chard. I mean, it is heavy on the baby chard. I thought maybe this leaf would be a little delicate and would get bruised in the bubbler, but it's holding up fine. I'm running the bubbler for about a minute. Green onions prepped. I've got 21 here, and I already ate 2, so that's a total of 23 I got out of what I harvested. They were kind of big fellows, so I made reasonable sized bunches with the big bunches. One more onion for me. So I've got, each tote has 8. Approximately 8-ounce bags of salad mix. I have 3 of those, which is 24, plus 4 more in here, which is 28. And on top here is 3 pounds of salad mix for the restaurant. Nighty night. Thinking ahead, as he does, Tyler ordered a big tent that I can put over the little truck. Oh, a deer's been sitting here watching me put up a tent. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my orders. No, order reports. And I'm gonna go do my pick report. And this is today's sale day, generate report. It tells me how many of each thing I need to pick. So people like the green onions. People want the basil. Oh, but nobody wants any collard greens at all. And kale's not very popular either. And I could sell more salad mixes for sure. So anyway, first time selling with the system, so this isn't too bad. Now I can click on this fulfillment report for the day of sales. And now I won't show you all the information, personal information, but what it does is it tells the person and each item that they got and how many. And so I'm gonna print this thing too. I got my basil. I've got them in little glass jars of water. The sun was attacking on this side, so I put up one of the walls. Yes. Chard. Kale. 1 tub of salad mix. Yep, basil. Green onions and parsley. And another tub of salad mix. I had some, people are just still getting used to the online ordering. So some people showed up and it's like, do you have anything? So I sold some extra stuff, which was really nice. And yeah, done for the week. Some last minute customers. Yay. This is my buddy Peter, and he says I should try pulling one of these garlic. He is the garlic expert. Oh, I don't know about that. But we're just gonna yank this. We're gonna yank it out of here because he looks like a big feller. Oh,
look at that, it's beauty.
Okay, so what do you think?
Yeah, no, that's a keeper.
But it hasn't formed its cloves as well as it could, I think, right?
It's fine to me.
I think so,
Yeah,
man.
it's ready to eat.
Oh, man. Well, we're getting close anyway. The parsley that I seeded underneath the garlic last week. Was it last week? It's already coming up. It's 8:30. I'm gonna grab some of this spinach just to see how much weight I can get in a partial bed. Okay, so I've got half a bed of spinach. And it's taking me forever because I'm having to check every leaf because caterpillars. Okay, so I got the rest of it. I should have got 40 pounds out of this bed, but I think I'll be lucky to get 10 pounds. Okay, folks, so I might be able to just get 20 pounds of salad mix for the festival between the little bit of spinach that I was able to get and the lettuce that I have out here. And I probably won't be able to have salad mix for anybody else next week. But anyway, I've kind of got a stuffy head. Is that allergies or am I coming down with a cold? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next week. To be continued. Dudes, it has been pouring down rain today. It's a good thing I got that spinach over there.